As you can see, we are back on the road, and we have now made it to a new state. We are in Kansas, and super excited. We're about to catch up with my brother. Last night, we met up with family that I haven't seen in years. They fed us some great food, had some tacos and enchiladas, and we just kind of got a slow start. We are both still very sore from our bike ride slash hike a bike that we did. I am also super sunburnt right now because of that ride slash hike. So I think we're gonna take it kind of chill for a little bit while we're spending some time with my brother. But I do have something planned that hopefully will pan out and be kind of interesting for you guys to see too. So we have made it out to Ferris Caves. My brother took us. As you can see, it's quite muddy driving around. But we're going to experience some caves that are in Kansas. So who knew that even existed? And my feet are stuck because of this mud. I now have leaves just permanently attached to these shoes.
Okay, so these are the Ferris Caves in Ellsworth County that were dug out in 1880 by a guy with the last name of Griffey or some shit like that. Oh, am I not supposed to cuss? Fuck, cut! Anyways, these were originally built for storage, and then they turned them into like a small schoolhouse kind of thing in the 1880s, 1890s. There was a house built over there somewhere. I don't know because nobody knows. And they lived here for a couple years. The guy was a Colorado miner, and all this sandstone is called Dakota sandstone. And they ran it for 10 plus years, give or take 10 years. Cut.
Yeah, just a little muddy. Alright, so after spending so much time at such high elevations, figured it was time to settle into a lower elevation. So not only are we in Kansas, but we're about to go underground to a salt mine in Kansas and go like 650 feet below ground to a salt mine. So this should be interesting. All right, so we are underground in the salt mine. You can see it behind me. Salt is used for roadways, for ice and snow. This is not table salt, so they do offer that in other parts of the salt mines, but not here. It's pretty cool. Apparently, a billion years ago or something like that, the Midwest used to be covered in water and used to be a shallow sea. And then as it dried up, the salt formed, and that's what you've got behind me. And apparently this salt mine connects underground from Kansas all the way to New Mexico, so it's pretty big as well. So this is the town of Hutchinson, and then what's lit up is the salt mine underneath. So you can see it goes under. So you can see it goes underneath a highway, underneath, very close to the airport, the railroad. So it covers a big portion of the actual city. So apparently Mike Rowe did an episode of Dirty Jobs here. So we've got a little setup for them doing their episode here.
Everything that comes down in the mine stays in the mine. And if you look at the lit area, you'll see that this is even true of mining trash. Now we know this area was mined in the 1940s and used as a break area in the 1950s. And we found many name brand products in this trash pile from that time period, and some of which are still around today. There are a couple of things that we noticed here. One, there's a calendar from 1953 on the floor by the rocks on the left. And two, when we found it over by the pillar, the great trash can, well, it was empty. We consider all these items to be artifacts, which only proves one person's trash is another's treasure. In case you were wondering, trash isn't the only thing miners left underground. And apparently this area was used as a restroom. Oh, no fancy porta pots here. And they weren't very careful with the toilet paper either. And this is one reason we say, don't lick the salt.
Alright, so since the humidity here is regulated and the air is so pure because of all the salt, it turns into a great place to preserve stuff. So they have a ton of movie artifacts and stuff on display that they store down here. And there's even more in a vault in another place, but this is really cool to have all these movie memorabilia preserved down here. Definitely remember watching this movie when it came out in theaters as a kid. And there's Arnold Schwarzenegger's costume. And there's George Clooney's Batman.
This is Mrs. Rick Bobby.
Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Salt Cave. I thought it was really cool. I think Kansas gets a reputation of just being a flyover state. And there's a lot more cooler things to do in Kansas than people might realize. That was a lot of fun, and I gotta tell you, my breathing feels so much better having that pure salt air and It's similar to like the feeling you get when you're at the beach and the salty air from the ocean there. I'm gonna turn this vlog off from here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. And I'll see you guys on the road. Until then, enjoy, encourage, and explore.